Hello. We continue with the history of education, and today we are having the last class, which is in the subject contemporary issues in education history. So, as we all know, education is or the history is the study of the past, present, and future. We learn history so that we may know what was happening in the past, and we may not make the mistakes of the past. And it is because of the past that's where we are today. So the past is the product, or the present is a product of the past, and the present and the future is the product of the present. So history can never be complete without looking at the future. So history is the study of the past, present, and future. So when we talk about contemporary, we are talking about the current situation, which has been shaped by the past history. Now, we are going to conclude our course on looking at what are the future prospects of education. What do we foresee in the education, and how do we shape our education in the near future? Um, uh, this is your host, Dr. Tulipo Mwinfumbo. Remember, this course is brought to you by Mukuba College of Education, sponsored by Alliance for World Missions, and it is an intensive diploma in teaching methodology. So you can enroll for January intake 2025. So you can WhatsApp me on the same number, or you can text on the same number. Uh, so when we talk about the future of education, this future education system prioritizes students as centered learning, flexibility, and lifelong skill development, ensuring learners are equipped to thrive in an evolving world. So if we are to perceive, or if we are to look at the future education, so the future education is perceived, or we can be able to look forward and be able be able to predict the future of education. And the prediction is that in the future education, it will be a student-centered approach, whereby students are the ones that are driving their education. They choose how their education is supposed to be, and it is more based on a student-centered, which is a research-based education. So this projected education system incorporates emerging technologies and trends, prioritizing personalized, lifelong, and skill-based learning. So this education is perceived like projected, or projected to be the education whereby students and pupils shall have a long life education, and which they are going to be helped so much on technology like AI. So the information that instead of getting much information from the teacher, the artificial intelligence will be able to give the answers, because it seems to have more answers than what the teacher or the lecturer can be able to give. So it also emphasizes on integration of AI, biometrics, and neuro technological to enhance learning outcomes and experiences. So as I said, that AI will be so much be used, and it will be the core of education. Then there is biometrics and also neurotechnology. That is whereby now there will be a systems whereby the body will be connected to some gadgets. So you are able to connect the gadgets into your body, and they are able to you are able to think more like a computer. So projected futures, like there will be personalized learning. So it is perceived that the learning will be personalized, AI driven, tailored education pathways for each student. Then there will be virtual and augmented reality, immersive learning experiences, revolutionizing engagement and retention. So there will be so much education which is based on thinking capacity and also looking at the realities. Also, competence based progression. Students advance through curricula based on mastery, not age. So, this time you would find that most like the current education is based on age, whereby there is although it is coming to pass where age is not a factor now in education, but in the near future we'll find that age will just disappear completely in education. Lifelong learning ecosystem. So seamless transition between education, work, uh, and continuous skill development. So there will be a very uh, narrow space between education and also work. And we shall see in this coming education that people will not be in the formal education as we have, and most of the education will be done online, and it will not be classroom education. It will be either work on job on training or being supervised by mentors, and that will be the kind of education which is being projected as we move on. So it will also be AI powered adaptive assessment, intelligent evaluation system adjusting to students' needs. Then it will be micro learning and uh, 90 degrees. So it is perceived that in the near future, education is these papers are going to disappear. Where you want degrees, you want diplomas, so it will be performance based education, whereby it has to be you have to attribute the knowledge, not producing the paper as it is now, but you have to produce the results of your education. So currently the education is measured by the paper which you acquire by passing the exams, even if you cannot perform in industry as long as you have got paper. But in the near future, education is perceived to be the based performance based and not on paper that you are given. Then it will be a blockchain-based credentials, secure, decentralized, and transparent verification of skills. Secure verification of skills. That is what is happening. Like just from what we do, like our certification, they are like in our some programs, our certifications are soft copies, and you are able to be traced by what is called the seal number. So in the previous three, there was a seal which was being stamped on the paper to show that that is origin. Now it is the number. So like, well, for example, like what is happening with the Examination Council of Zambia. If you are have grade 7 results or grade 12 result, you just anyone can be able to access your result if you just produce your exam number. So that is how exams will be. So like we are building up what is called the UNAP, an application whereby whatever that you are learning, your assignment and everything will be computerized, and one will be able to follow how you have been performing in your academic, and the paper is not going to be the physical paper, but a soft paper which is going to can be traced and cannot be forged. So that is the kind of education that is being projected in the near future. So teacher argumentation and support. AI assisted tools for educators enhancing their law. So the the teachers or the lecturers will be more of mentors. They will just be guiding the students what they're supposed to take, rather than teaching the students, or whereby they are whereby it is teacher-centered approach. So then it will be inclusive and accessible education. When we say inclusive and accessible education, it is the education without boundaries, whereby a person can be able to access education anywhere and wherever that person may be. So it will be technology enabled solutions for diverse learning needs. So people will be able to access education regardless of where they are and also the limitations. Then it will be a global connectivity. There will be nothing like being a student just in Zambia. So far, we are achieving that. Like most of my classes, I've got students from different countries. So, and they are sharing with students from Zambian based students. So that is the kind of education that is projected in the near future, whereby there will be no classrooms, or there will be no borders of education. So virtual exchange programs and international partnerships. Then it will also emphasize on soft skills and emotional intelligence, fostering creativity, empathy, and critical thinking. Uh, it will be continuous teacher training and development, educators equipped to address emerging needs. So the curriculums are not going to be like the way we have the curriculum, which are revised maybe after years. uh, you can imagine, if you go into the university now, especially to do with, programs like teaching, business administration and other. You go there now and you come out after 5 years, you would find that everything that you were learning, it is outdated. So that's why it will be continuous teacher training, whereby the teachers are guiders. They'll be guiding students on how to research and how to come up with information. And also it will be a data driven education policy, information decision with the analytical and the research. Then student autonomy and agents. Learners take ownership of their education journey. It's not going to be imposed, and it's not going to be discipline focused education, whereby the lecturer is superpower and can be dictating you what to do. Then it is also projected to be fostering creativity, innovation, and entrepreneurship. So education will be based on entrepreneurship, like because there is a revolution in everything. There is an industrial revolution, and also there'll be no formal employment as we have now. The employment will be based on contract and mutual understanding, whereby if I am engaged as a lecturer in the near future, I'm not going to be engaged as a lecturer to be employed, but I'll be a partner to that institution, whereby my students are going to be, I'm going to be paid based on my input and based on my production, rather than based on what my employers have dictated me to get. Now, projected education system, as we have said, it will be AI powered, adaptive, virtual and augmented, personalized learning, and all those things that we have talked about. Then projected curriculum. The curriculum is expected to integrate emerging technologies, skills, and subjects, prepare students for success in the 21st century. It emphasizes creativity, critical thinking, and collaboration, while also addressing the need of continuous learning and adaptive. So the education, that the curriculum will be based on performance, as we have said, and also critical thinking and creativity of the students and the pupils. The core subjects are expected to have language and communication to continue, but AI-powered language learning, virtual reality-based public speaking, and multimedia storytelling. So now you are able to learn from any language, because there'll be interpreters. The technology is able to make you read French books, English books, Spanish books, and whatever you are able to read and to research. So it is not the research will not just be based like or if you are an English speaking students or the learning student, you are just focusing on English literature, but literature will be broad because you are able to have interpretation on any literature that you come across with. Then it will be mathematics and logic, AI-driven depurative math learning, data analysis, and logical reasoning. So you'd find that the mathematics will not be like memorizing of formulas and whatever. It will be based on whereby understanding guided mathematics, whereby you have to know how to apply your mathematics and your logic. Then there will be also social emotional learning, AI powered mental health support, empathy building, stimulations, and conflict resolution training. It will also include creativity and innovation. All these should be powered by AI assisted and designing virtual realities based on creative writing and entrepreneurship. So writing will not be like the way you have to construct the essays. You have to think now how to write the letters and what. You just be able now. You just tell the AI to tell you what you how you want the letter to be and to who you are addressing the letter. Then you edit it. So those are the things that are expected to be in the near future. What will be the emerging skills? So there will be also change in the skills or in the trainings and also in the professions. So there will be artificial intelligence and machine learning. All fundamentals machine learning algorithms and also AI ethics. So those are the things that will be done. So there will be now how to operate these artificial robots. How will you be able to operate the robots? The work that you are supposed to do, because it has been taken. Your thinking, the thinking that we are doing in this generation, but in the future education, you don't need to think. There will be now robots that will be thinking on your behalf. So now how are you going to operate those robots? Then it will be data science and analytics. So data visualization, statistical analysis, and data storytelling. Then there will be cyber security and digital citizenship, online safety, data privacy, and digital etiquette. These will be the major challenges that will be there, and which will be we need the people, the skilled people to be skilled to be able to do these things. So environmental sustainability and global citizenship. So global citizenship will also come to emerge, whereby there will be borderless countries, and also entrepreneurship and career development, business planning, career coaching, and professional networking will to be a core. Then the electives will have virtual reality and augmented reality development. There will be AI power music and art. There will be digital journalism and media production. There will be environmental engineering, sustainable design, global health, and medical innovation. And the assessment and evaluations will be AI powered and projected based evaluations, peer review and feedback, self assessment, competence. So when you look at these things, it will be so much interesting. So these are the projection that we have on the future. Teaching method, it will be personalized learning, so AI driven learning. Then projected based learning, project based learning, students work on real world projects. Then it shall be AI assisted teaching. Then competence based progression, micro learning, and all these things. I think you have to look at real world applications, teacher AI collaboration, student autonomy and agency. Then we look forward also there will be a different setup of institutions, and these institutions will be like this institution cater to diverse learning needs, styles, and preferences, ensuring that education is accessible, effective, and inclusive. So this will include home schools, app schools, research centers, mentor schools, cooperative based industrial schools, online based training. So these are the schools that are projected. So home schools with there will be personalized learning environments within the comfort of one's own home, often led by parents and guardians for those children. So personalized learning plans, flexible scheduling with family involvement. Then there will be app schools. These app schools will be mobile applications offering interactive learning experiences accessible anywhere, anytime. Gamification and interactive learning, AI powered adaptive learning with bite sized learning modules. Then there will be research centers, institutions dedicated to advancing education through scientific inquiry, innovation, and experimentation. Innovation incubators and interdisciplinary research collaboration. Then there'll be mentor schools. Then there'll be cooperative schools. So when we look at these schools that we are talking about, these are my. This is coming from my book, which is entitled "The Education in the 21st Centuries." So, education in the 21st centuries. That's where I've looked at how should be able to modernize education, and that is where we look at the appropriate schools that will be appropriate in this generation rather than the current education that we have, or the current schools that we have. So there will be research centers where there will be mentor schools. Mentor schools, it's like I am doing, where you are training the learners on one-to-one and personal. You have just got the guru that is teaching you. So one-on-one mentorship, holistic development focus with community involvement. Then there will be cooperative-based industrial schools, school pertaining with the industries to provide hands-on training, apprenticeship, and real-world experience. So industry-specific training, workforce development, apprenticeship, and hands-on training. So you would find that there will be more of people learning at work and at jobs rather than going for these institutions to learn. Then there will be online based training, virtual platforms offering courses, certifications, and degree programs accessible remotely, self-paced learning, virtual solutions, simulations, and labs and global accessibility. So that is the education that we are perceiving in the near future. Thank you so much. We have come to an end of the history of education, and this is your host, Dr. Tripo Mwenfumbo. Remember that this program is brought to you by Bukuba College of Education and also Alliance for World Missions. Have a blessed moment. I believe you are going to research more and see how best the education is going to be in this generation. Thank you so much, and God bless you.